ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
What's up, everybody, dudes and dudettes, whoever you might be? Welcome to the channel. As always, I'm yours truly, Sugi, the MOBA expert, and today I will be giving my early access review on a game called Hyper Universe. And those who remember, 6 months ago, I already did a first impressions on the game back at the Korean server. And obviously back there I had like 200 to 300 ping, and the game was obviously in Korean, so I didn't really understand anything outside moving buttons and how to use spells. So I really didn't understand a lot of the menus and the systems in Korean. And now that I play the game on Steam, I have been more inside of the game itself. And right now it's on early access. We don't know when it's going to be launching fully. The game is priced at $16 and right now is in discount and at $10. And the game will be obviously free to play when it launches. And it is published by Nexon America in the West. Right there, there's European server, and I believe there was a US East and US West. And the original game studio is Korean, however, and I think a lot of the same art style is done by the same artists that were working on the Master X Master game, which is also a Korean game. But let's get into the game itself. So one of the things that really pops out on your eye probably is the graphics and the style. It is sort of like a very anime type of a style, but very more like a cell shade of type of graphics. You know, it has a bit of a more like I got some bit of a Street Fighter feel from it, Street Fighter 4, and I really like the graphical style. A lot of the designs are very unique and cool. Obviously, I have few that are very generic in a sense, but the characters that are rather unique, I think, compensate really, really well for the less normal type of characters. And the graphics themselves, like, is very, very crisp. The FX, the sounds, the tooltips, the icons, everything is like very, very polished and well done. A lot of the bigger problems in these new MOBAs, they kind of have like shit fonts and certain UI elements are kind of shit looking, but this looks very, very high-end type of a game in my opinion. And the game is also very smooth. It's very responsive to your movements. I didn't check what my ping was, probably around 40. I assume the servers are in Germany, so around there, and I really felt in control of my character, which is very important in games like these, where even half of a second of a delay could be ruining the game totally for you. So it's very ideal in terms of the sounds, the movement. It's not clunky at all. Everything about it seems pretty good. And in terms of the gameplay, it is very reminiscent of Awesomenauts. It's actually almost similar. But the sad part about the game is, which I personally don't like, some people might, is the fact that in Awesomenauts you're able to still bunny hop and shoot in, you know, your missiles or abilities in diagonal, you know, spectrum. But in this one, obviously, we'll be only shooting straight forward, so left or right. And abilities work out pretty much the same way. The abilities in this one are rather cool. Everybody has an ultimate, which they will unlock at the level 6. And all other abilities are available. Then you have an auto attack, and then you have this dash ability. And obviously the other thing that makes it kind of unique are these stairs, which you are able to climb. You also have an ability where you can, if somebody's climbing it, you can knock them off and they will fall down. And there's like multiple layers with towers and creeps going on, and then there's obviously creep camps which you can do, and the small bosses which will give you experience and such. And the item system is also very similar to Awesomenauts and Heroes of the Storm. So you have like a loadout with 6 items pretty much, and as you get gold you're able to upgrade them, and each of them have like, I believe, 3 to 4 upgrades. And this is a pretty nice system. There's also auto buy, so if you're not really aware of the meta or what items are really good, just activate the auto buy and you're able to get the items you want. And overall, this is where I have the problem with the game. I'm not really fan of the combat because you're not able, well, actually we are able to shoot when you jump, but you're not able to use abilities when you're jumping. So you're not able to shoot down when you're jumping up. And this sort of like more 3D type of battle would benefit the game a lot. It's too side-scroller for me, and I think that takes a lot of the depth away from the game. Vision has lesser play in this game, obviously, and I don't know how you exactly balance ranged characters with melee characters, well, obviously melees have a lot more engaged ability, so in a sense they're more compensated. But it just seems to me that the game will be about a lot of the laning phase, and I think there are ways to play the game where you can just last hit and the wave will not go anywhere, and the game will just last like very, very long time if you like play it safe. So I don't think there are a lot of like Baron buffs or these Roshan or something like that could give you the edge over the other team outside from the items in the gold lead, which is really kind of interesting game design in my opinion. I think they should have done it exactly like Awesome Nuts, to be honest, with the stairs, maybe without the stairs, because I think the freedom of movement would have made it a really, really cool game, and I would have been totally over it. But this type of style is, it is hate it or love it. Some people will like it, I'm sure they will, and then there will be people like me who will not enjoy it. I'm not saying it was totally annoying experience, but it's really hard to prove your mechanical prowess throughout the game by this type of game mechanics. I just don't think that how can I show that I'm really good at this game outside from my game sense of knowing like spawn timers and the cooldowns and such. But overall, I think the effects and music and everything like that. There's also a crafting system. The character designs are very nice. The crafting system, in terms of also like how do you unlock the characters, I can't really comment on that because the monetization and the skins are still kind of on like alpha phase, so that's not like ironed out yet, so I can't really comment on that. The full review probably will do. But overall, there's around 200 concurrent players on the game. Don't know the demographic of breakdown. Is it that like Europe or America? It's not that much, but the game is 4v4, so games filled up much faster, and obviously I can play against the AI. There's good tutorials on the game. There might be some type of story mode maybe also in the game. I'm not really sure what's the thing there. And also I feel that not every character is in the game, because I think there was a Power Rangers character in the Korean server, but that might be like a Korean server exclusive, which is really kind of weird to me. Some of these MOBAs do have that, like Chaos Online. I remember there were a lot of like server exclusive characters, which is part of licensing shit, but also like really bad balancing idea. And usually it turns out that European and North American servers don't get these cool exclusive characters. And just to kind of summarize, I think it's a great game from design. It is unique in certain aspects, and it's coded well. So everything about the game is like pretty good done. It's just the gameplay, how it works out, will be probably the, as I said, love it or hate it type of situation for many. So most people will not play it just because of that. And I think that's pretty much what I gotta say about the game. Right now, I would probably refrain from buying the early access. I got a promo key myself, so thanks for the press. But right now I would probably wait for the full release of the game, where it will be free to play, and then play it and see how it will be. But it's not a bad game by all means. It's just not the game for me precisely, unless they drastically change, which I don't believe that they will. They would have to recode the whole game to make it available that you could just jump around, double jumps, and shoot from the sky and such. Thanks for watching this review. If you're interested in more MOBA reviews and other stuff, you might want to subscribe to the channel. So you know what to do. Hit the bell button, hit the subscribe button, and you're subscribed. And you won't miss any updates. And until next time, I'll see you soon.